Random here on Octane, and this is a special day because not only do we have a brand new song from Disturbed for you, the people listening across North America, but we actually have Disturbed in our studios here in New York City. David, Dan, and Mike, welcome, dude.
How are you,
guys?
Hey.
What's up? You guys could have been anywhere in the world today on this big day, the release of the new song, but you decided to spend it with us. We are very appreciative.
No better place to be.
You had an interesting approach to releasing this song, which I think was really cool, because instead of just putting a song out there and say, hey, listen to it, like, no, we're going to put up a poll and let people pick which one they want. You gave people a couple of options, a heavy song or a ballad. The last I saw, and I didn't see the final tally, but the heavy song was quite ahead. Like, it was like 85% or something.
The heavily was heavily voted for. Yes.
How did you guys decide to do the poll? Because it's really cool to like give it to the fans to decide.
That was really Cliff Bernstein's brainchild. One of our management at Q Prime. It was a brilliant idea, and a very effective way to immediately pull in the attention of the base and make them a part of the whole launch process, and it worked beautifully.
Well, I guess that's what's cool about, like, one of the actual nice things about technology today is that as a band, you guys can actually interact with your fans in ways that you've never been able to before. And so to actually really make them a part of the process is pretty special.
Yeah. Well, they're a very special part of our world, so they definitely have earned that.
So I think that we should actually play the song since we have it and we're so excited to play it. Can you tell us something that you would like people across North America to know about this song?
Well, Are You Ready is a call to arms. The powers that be benefit from confusion. They benefit from pitting us against each other. They were much easier to control. We're much easier to be prey to the predators when we allow ourselves to be. So it's encouraging people to break free from the restraints, artificial or otherwise, and to fight back and to have an internal revolution of sorts.
I like it. Well, let's play it. This is the brand new song from Disturbed, Are You Ready? On Octane. That's brand new Disturbed right here on Octane. My name is Grant Random. We are joined by David, Dan, and Mike from Disturbed, who are so kind to be in our studios today to celebrate the release of the new song. The album, it's called Evolution. First of all, the album art is really cool, although I don't even know what I'm looking at. It looks like it's kind of an X-ray of like DNA, but with chains,
DNA.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got it.
So it's the metamorphosis, right?
Yeah.
The very building block of evolution, that which facilitates the change. So if you look in the album packaging itself, it actually shows further in, not on just the face of what you've seen, but when we actually do have to show you the rest of it, there's a fetal image of the guy. So being reborn, entwined by that double helix, by the DNA chromosome. So that's the idea that it's trying to convey, is that we are metamorphosizing, we are changing. Now, I don't want to scare anybody with that, and obviously, if you've heard Are You Ready, it's probably a track that harkens more to Sickness era Disturbed than anything we've put out in a while.
Musically, I wrote that in 2004 and just kind of brought it back into the fold and kind of readdressed it, and it evolved into,
but the stuff that people have not heard yet is the real story on this record, and that is what really shows the evolution. Besides the fact that we truly do feel that the meat and potatoes tracks, or the heavy tracks on the record, are some of the best heavies that we've written in our career, half the record takes a very, very hard left turn. It's hearing us in a way that you've never heard Disturbed before. People want to talk about the success of the Sound of Silence cover being the facilitator for that to some extent. It's somewhat true. It definitely gave us the confidence to know that if we did want to branch out, and when we do have that desire to branch out, that we can and still be successful at it. That was part of the beauty of this whole writing process for this record, is there were literally no limitations of any kind. And it definitely took us down some uncharted territory. There's instrumentation you'll have never heard from the band before. There's vocal stylings that people, even with the Sound of Silence cover experience in the back of their minds, have never heard me attempt before. It's very, very different, but equally as powerful, if not more so, in our opinion, in many, many ways. It's a very emotional record.
Was it, when you guys were doing so much differently on this album, was it kind of scary in a way? I mean, you guys have been doing this for a long time, but as you said, you're doing a lot of stuff you've never done before. Was it did it put you a bit, sort of at unease doing this?
For me, it was liberating.
It was very fulfilling, yeah.
Oh, I loved it. Loved it. Not having to worry about any parameters of any kind. Not that that was ever something typically in our heads on a regular basis, but literally having no limitations of any kind on this record. And when you hear it, you'll get it. It was so just such an amazing experience. I loved every single minute of it. I loved having the freedom and knowing that, just going down uncharted territory, to be honest, with the guys that I've been writing music with for the past 20 plus years, and to do it so differently. And to go down these different avenues creatively was wonderful.
We've had the luxury throughout our career of having the privacy and the freedom to do what we want, and we don't send demos to the record label or to management. We write our songs, we go and we record it, and we play it for them when we're ready for them to hear the album. But with this time around too, just the point that we're so open-minded into the songwriting, and there's so much respect for each other, it makes the process even easier. And if somebody's got a strong idea, we give it attention, we spend some time on it, and we see if that evolves into something. And but it's that respect that we have for each other, that we don't really shoot down an idea. We at least explore it a bit and see what it turns into.
Well, all I can say is, we've been playing the new song, Are You Ready, since this morning, and already the reaction of people that we're seeing checking in online, on Twitter, not that you would see that, David.
I still use it as a news tool.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I still have a shadow Twitter account.
Ooh, interesting.
But I don't tweet, I don't spew anything. It's just there for me to be able to get my news.
Of course, I'm just giving you a hard time, but
deservedly so.
The reaction, we have to bust your balls. We have to.
I got big balls. It happens.
You heard it here first. No, the reaction has been amazing. People are out of their minds, thrilled to hear this new song. So, congratulations, the new album. Can we say when it's coming out?
October.
Yeah.
It's already been put out there. October 19th is the release date.
Okay. And people can pre-order it now.
Yes.
David, Dan, Mike from Disturbed, thank you so much for coming by Octane today. It's a thrill. We're honored.
Thank you for having us, Grant. We love you, buddy. You do a great job on here. Take care of this guy, would you? He's one of my favorites on this station.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.